Welcome to the Notary Educators with Kimmi YouTube channel. Hosts Kimmi and Jeff Nunnally, along with Alexis Franklin, share expert insights to help you launch and grow a successful mobile notary business, no matter what state you are commissioned in. Learn how to become a top-notch loan signing agent and get answers to common notary questions. Explore our all-inclusive $47 monthly training library, plus live weekly online coaching sessions with courses on general notary work, wedding efficient services, remote online notary, ink fingerprinting, apostille, translation services, and I-9 completion. So please remember that Notary Educators LLC is your one-stop shop for notary training. Now sit back and watch Kimmi and crew, and don't forget to subscribe to the Notary Educators with Kimmi YouTube channel for more tips. Take your notary business to new heights.
So we cut out the middleman. Now, that wasn't my decision. I wasn't poaching, because some people may say, well, that was poaching, Kim. You shouldn't have did that. No, the client gets the right to choose who they want to work with, right? So I was not poaching, but at a certain point, he was like, I don't need to call them, and they got to go through 3 different steps. I can call you directly. So at a certain point, I did like 15 signings for him. 15 signings for about a year. He was just buying up all of Florida. Yep. He was buying up all of Florida. So I did all those jobs for him. He already knew it didn't matter when, where, what, whatever time of day. One day he had a religious ceremony going on in his church. It was a big deal. And I went up there. It was 9 o'clock at night. Yep. If I couldn't do it, I had Angela on standby. Somebody was going to get that job done. Okay. I had maybe one more time I had to refer him out. But usually between me or Angela, we don't usually let nothing pass this area. Okay. We don't let no jobs pass through this area if she ain't getting it and I'm not getting it. Okay. Angela's not working with Notary Educators anymore, but we still work together on the back end. Okay. Because we ain't let no jobs pass through this area. And you want you a notary buddy like that. You know, don't let no jobs pass through that area. And I got a couple more friends that are in the notary business. We don't work together as tightly. Personal choice on their end. You know, but I'm of the mindset, hey, nothing should be getting through this area that they don't do or we don't do, but we don't work together like that, right? It's cool. But again, back to Angela. Ladero used to be in the area. I'm passing him stuff. He's sending me stuff. I got another person that we do work like that together, though. So, because sometimes I can't do everything, nor can they. So it's good to have somebody with you. So let's get some comments. Let's see, we got... Trigger says, I feel I'm going broke trying to start the correct way. And that is the reason why you need mentorship. You can try to figure it out. You can try to figure it out. And you cost yourself more money in the end. When people tell me, I can't afford mentorship, I can understand that back in the day. But 2025, no more excuses. Mentorship with us is $47. It includes all your courses, everything you need literally to start your business. And continuing support, live support. Okay. So no more excuses. There's no more excuses. And I don't want you to go broke. That's why it's only $47. Is it worth $200 a month? It really is. It really is. If I'm making you, I don't know, a few $1,000s a year on the side. Okay. Is it worth $200 a month? Yeah. Because that's only $2,400. If you're making $6,000, that's, you tripled your investment, right? But it's only $47. So it just adds up, right? It's worth it. It's worth it. So when you get serious, and not just you, Trigger, but anybody, when you really get serious, come on, let's do this thing. Trigger says, you're the best teacher out there. Oh, you're so sweet. I appreciate it. And that's why I call myself an educator. Hey, Notary fam, it's Kimmi. I am here to let you know, just in case you have not heard about the Notary Business Coaching Success Program. We meet weekly. We talk about your notarial duties, how to do an acknowledgement, how to do a jurat, how to administer an oath, everything you've been asking for. And guess what else is included? Unlimited access to all of my trainings that will also include ink fingerprinting, trust/estate documents, learn how to properly execute a trust, Don't forget, we also have the private community, like-minded notaries who have been trained by me. Check out my book that I've written for each state, How to Start Your Notary Business in Alabama, California. You get the point. Wherever you're located, there's a book for your state. Well, hopefully I'll see you soon over in training. Notary Educators, LLC. We got you covered. Bye. For real. And I'll be honest with you, Trigger. To your point, I appreciate you saying that, though, for real. I believe in teaching people. I really do. Because a lot of times, even in chat, sometimes people don't appreciate it. They think I'm being difficult, or they think, well, why shouldn't I just answer the question? I want to teach you how to run your business. And actually, all the month of June, we're going to be focusing on techniques, skills, to self-development. Okay? Because we had a conversation this week, whatever day our meeting was on. I think it was on Monday. That some of us need help with that. We're not taught how to have businesses. So we're going to focus on that. We're going to do a deep dive the whole month of June into building our business. What does that look like? Working on the mind part, okay? So I can tell you what to do executionally, right? To get it done. The thing to get it done. But now we got to work on the mind so we feel confident to walk in any room with our back up and I got this, okay? Thank you again, Trick. I really appreciate that. It's a huge compliment. Remus, what's up? What's up? She said, please shout out. Hey, Remus, what's up? What's up? Michelle says, I'm in Kentucky and having such a hard time getting information. You need to buy my book. Michelle, what kind of information do you want? Check out my book for Kentucky. Where the book's at? Yeah. You don't have to have a hard time. Boom. Start Your Notary Business in Kentucky is available, okay? These are the ones I just happen to have here. But every state has their own book. So you get the one for Kentucky, and it's going to go over everything, okay? And I see your next question is on exactly how to do different types of notarizations, doing online, all of that. The Secretary of State will not answer any questions. They just say read the handbook. That's because they don't know how to do a business. Okay. Oh, my God. Michelle. Check out my book, everybody. Start Your Notary Business, because your state handbook doesn't teach you how to start a notary business. They don't know how to start a notary business, okay? They have a bunch of laws, which is important. That's the first thing I tell you to get is your state handbook. But if you want to know how to start a business, that's why you come to Notary Educators. It's one for every state. So let's talk about that, okay? And I'm so glad you said that. So a lot of times people say, well, Kimmi, do I still need your book? Right? Because I have my state handbook. Your state handbook is going to answer a question like, can I accept an ID for a minor? But your state handbook is not going to teach you how to charge. It's not going to teach you how to properly execute documents. So that's where the training comes in. So when somebody else on YouTube is telling you, well, you don't need training, you can just read your state handbook. Michelle will let you know right now, you can't just read your state handbook. It's not going to help you. It's not. So that's why I have a whole training course. I have books. We're here in person to teach you how to do your business. So Michelle's a prime example why, yes, you need training. You need somebody who's going to walk the walk and talk the talk and not just give you fluff. Okay? I don't do fluff because I don't have time for fluff. I don't. Zero time for fluff. I'm not trying to make the course bigger so you can stay for 15 years. With 200 modules. It's not designed like that. It's designed to get you going as fast as you can, okay? So Michelle says, I've watched several on YouTube. You've been the best, but I know all states are different. Michelle, you need to be in mentorship. Okay, let's talk about that. Every state is just a wee bit different, Michelle. But if you're a notary, you're a notary. So let's compare. This is an illustration I love using. If I'm a doctor, right, and I don't care if it's a female that I'm working on, black, white, orange person, the heart gonna always be in the same space if it's a human, right? You ain't got to work on a black person. You ain't got to work on a white person. You got to work on an Indian person. You got to work on an Asian person. The point is, you're a doctor. You know what to do. The same thing with your notary commission. All of your documents are not going to originate in the state of Kentucky. Your documents are going to come from California, Georgia, Florida. You just need to know how to be a great notary. And that's what I do. Nationwide. We teach all these people on here that you're talking to that are in the program. unsolicited, but I appreciate y'all. I really do. I'm not paying them to be here. They really value the program. But they're in different states. Lori's in Chicago. Hyra's in Florida. Okay? Some are in Georgia. Some are in Texas, Arkansas,